Hi guys, and today we're talking about the Orlando Magic. You guys look right over my shoulder. That's from my first game I ever went to over 15 years ago. It was Gilbert Arenas and the Washington Wizards versus Jameer Nelson, Dwight Howard, Rashard Lewis, Hedo Turkoglu from the game. That was awesome. I saw that in Amway Arena. Now, I want to hear your thoughts down below. Off-season prediction. What do you think they'll do? Why will they do it? And how will they do it? Let me hear your predictions down below in the comment section. Like and subscribe. And let's get right into today's video. So the Magic, this year in the first round, it will be interesting. I'll admit it. Okay, the Magic over here. This is a team. Right now, they're tied with the Rockets Pistons for 14% chance of getting the first overall pick. As of right now, I have them going second behind the Rockets, with the Rockets taking Jabari Smith. The second overall pick, the Orlando Magic take Paolo Banchero. And somebody's going to type in, no, we should take Chet Holmgren. Guys, we just spent 4 years with Mo Bamba. And we don't know if we're going to resign Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba had his best year this year. He finally started to look like what we thought he was going to be. I don't think management and fans could take another guy who has a similar frame. I know Chet Holmgren's a unicorn. And maybe this is me just being wrong. Defensively, I just think he's just going to be a very similar player to Mo Bamba, but better. A better Mo Bamba. That's what I see out of him. And I'm sorry. That's, as a Magic fan, I have been hurt from Mo Bamba for the last 5 years. It feels like the last 4 years until this past season that he actually looked good. I can't do it again. Paolo Banchero, safer pick, power forward, helps us move on. He can also play center. I like Jonathan Isaac, but I can understand if we want to move on from Jonathan Isaac at this point. But we finished 22-60, and we're entering the thick of the rebuilding, okay? We were never really threats with, Evan Fournier, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Vucevic, but now we have an abundance of talent and future assets. And yes, the upside doesn't look great, but look at how the Hornets and Cavaliers were able to rise up the conference and be close to becoming contenders. So, look, there's talent on this roster. Cole Anthony looks good at times. Okay, he can be a little inefficient, but he looks like a guy who could be a very good scorer. Franz Wagner and Wendell Carter Jr. are our two best players. Markelle Fultz had some great moments this year when he came back from injury as a defender and passer and a rim like finishing at the rim. Okay, and the other guy, Wendell Carter Jr., he got an extension. They chose Wendell Carter Jr. over Mo Bamba. Jalen Suggs, he's had some, again, very similar to Markelle Fultz, good moments defensively and with the passing and being able to use his size, but really, Jalen Suggs could not shoot. Markelle Fultz had a better time shooting, but Jalen Suggs could not shoot. And look, I think the first thing is if they do drive, I'll have to edit that out. If they do draft, Paolo Banchero will make moving on from Mo Bamba easier, because Mo Bamba averaged 10.5 points, 8 rebounds, almost 2 blocks a game while shooting 38% from 3. And he's finally proven that he can live up to the hype and potential of being the number 6 overall pick. Restricted free agent this year, so he'll be able to match anything. And he can be a factor, and he's shown that he can be good. But a 4-year, $50 million deal seems fair, and it's also possible the two agree to a 3-year to $35 to $45 million deal. Basically, I think he should be getting paid no more than $15 million a year. And I already think that's a lot. I think $13 million. 13, nothing more than 13. Now, look, skill-wise, I think Jonathan Isaac is good. Okay, and I think Jonathan Isaac has 4 years in the NBA now. Jonathan Isaac has only played 136 games, sat out the entire year, and he was rehabbing his ACL and had to undergo a hamstring surgery to address an issue. I think they're going to move on. I know at 24, 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan, I think if they draft Paolo Banchero, I think they'll be more enticed to move on. They'll just be done, okay? Because you put Paolo Banchero next to Wendell Carter Jr. and Franz Wagner. You have Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, RJ Hampton, and Markelle Fultz already on the team. It kind of makes you wonder, damn, It's very interesting. I love the Orlando Magic, and they're $82.9 million committed in salary, which means $40 million they'll have to spend. So they could go out there and get some big fishes or bring back Mo Bamba. It's crazy to think that they have that money. Also, they would open up so much more money for Jonathan Isaac. But at the same time, they have the money to pay him, so why not? So, look, they own their own first-round pick that can't be worse than 6 overall. Jalen Suggs didn't do much this year, but Franz Wagner solidified his spot as part of the team's core. And, look, they could also potentially package 2 early second-round picks with either Terrence Ross or Jonathan Isaac to either move them up for another first-round pick in this year's draft for next year. They could be big game hunting if that's for all we know. Draft-wise, I think the Magic will end up with one of the better prospects in this year's draft, again, Paolo Banchero, and they're trending in the right direction. The only thing I think they need to do is Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs, Wendell Carter Jr., there's a plethora of guys I can continue listing off. RJ Hampton, Chuma Okeke, I think he could be really good. He could honestly do a good job of replacing Jonathan Isaac. Maybe not defensively, but okay. I hope they bring back PJ Dozier and Bol just to see if they can do anything. Besides that, I think this is a team that could be good. So let's run back my predictions in a second. Player development will be key for this offseason, and the Magic will have a hard time going after bigger names in free agency or the trade block. So the draft and development is key. So with that being said, they're going to draft Paolo Banchero. If Mo Bamba wants more than $13 million a year, they won't re-sign him. They will trade Jonathan Isaac and any veteran on this roster by season's end or off season's end. Let me hear your thoughts.